Hey guys, welcome back to Ashmore Arboretum. And today on the homestead, we're making sausage. What we have here is 20 pounds of venison that has been cubed up into 2-inch square pieces. And we have 10 pounds of just Boston buck, port shoulder, whatever you would like to call it. That's been cubed up. Now we have a number 22 grinder, and I have a 10 millimeter, I believe, plate in front of this. This is going to make pretty quick work of this 30 pounds of meat. So let's go ahead and get started because this process takes a little bit of work. So let's go ahead and I'm going to turn my foot pedal on and we'll get this grinding. Like I said, this is a number 22 grinder, 1-horse grinder. Basically, if I can fit it in the hopper, it's going to eat it. Now you want to add your pork occasionally in with this, so that way it all gets ground uniformly. See, it grinds faster and I can keep it fed. So we're going to add a little bit of each to this hopper. So here we got my hopper filled back up. We're going to grind again. You can definitely tell the difference in color and texture between the pork and the deer. Now, once you get this mixed up, you get it stuffed into your casings. We use fibrous casings, the collagen casings. I mean, you're going to want to let this sit overnight in the refrigerator before you smoke it or cook it in the oven. Reason being is that'll give the cure and that'll give the seasons time to mellow out and do their job. So we'll just keep grinding this up. Like I said, I got about 2.5 inch square pieces, slightly chilled, going into my hopper. Make sure we get an even mixture of pork in with the venison. All right, folks, we have that all ground up, but we still have a little bit of unprocessed meat here at the neck of our grinder. A quick tip on how to get that out is to take some of your meat, just about a handful, feed it back through your grinder, and that'll push that meat out. And I know the old standby was to use a piece of bread, but I might as well just use the meat. I got it right here handy anyway. And you see, it just feeds it right out. And goes ahead and cleans out that neck. All right, we're done with this. It's time to go ahead and add our seasoning. Now this is just a mix of, we have a little bit of brown sugar, there's some salt and pepper, there is some cayenne, a little bit of paprika, brown sugar, maybe a little bit of cumin. There's just a little bit of stuff in here that we just throw together to make our mixes. It does cake up after a while if it sits. So we're going to sprinkle this on. Now it seems like there's a lot, but like I said, this is 30 pounds of meat. And we're also going to go ahead and add our cure at this time as well. This is cure and a flavor enhancer. And to this, because we're doing 30 pounds, we're going to add 24 ounces of ice water. Now the part that will really make boys into men is you got to get your hands dirty. You got to get in here and mix this up. And you have to do this all the way to the bottom, all the way around, to ensure that you get even incorporation of your seasonings and you start to get protein extraction with your ground meat. All the way to the far side. I like to bring it towards me, push it down. I like using gloves for this. Sometimes I'll use my bare hands, but I prefer using gloves for this. And here's a tip for you. If you decide to do this and it's really, really, really cold and you're cold sensitive, get a pair of cotton gloves and wear underneath your nitrile gloves. It combats the cold and the ice quite a bit, and it'll make it a lot more comfortable for you while you do this process. Now, folks, this process is going to take a little while. I'm going to go ahead and stop the video and put you on hyperspeed for a few minutes. And I'll bring you back when it's done. All right, folks, we're getting ready to run this through a second time on a 4mm plate. Let me get my foot pedal adjusted. Just going to feed our hopper. And like I said, folks, this is a 1-horse grinder, number 22. Get the best equipment you can afford. It makes your life a lot easier. Now, after we get done with this grind, we'll be ready to run it through our casings, our fiber casings. I got my dad here helping me today. Mom was helping earlier, and my wife was behind the camera. All right, what we have here is our collagen casings. They've been soaking in warm water or lukewarm water for a while. And these casings will hold up to 3 pounds of sausage. I'm going to go ahead and feed this on here all the way to the end. And my dad's going to get the hopper filled up. And then we're going to start stuffing casings. Yeah, go ahead, Dad. Now, there's going to be some air in here. I'm not too worried about that, filling this up. I'll take my sausage prick and poke a little hole in there. We're starting to fill this case up. Now, you want these cases filled up snug, but you don't want to overfill them. We're going to leave a little bit here at the end. And I like to poke that last little bit down. I'm going to bunch this up and twist it 2 or 3 times. We're going to take a hog ring. And of course, my hands are wet and I can't do this right now. And we're going to ring it. And that'll hold it closed. And right there, we have a beautiful stuffed 3-pound sausage ready for the smoker. This is going to take a sit in the fridge overnight, and then it's going to get smoked for a couple hours tomorrow, and it'll be done. I'm looking forward to the results. Okay, folks, we have done half of our mix, so roughly 15 or so pounds in just our regular summer sausage blend. And now we're getting ready to do a jalapeno cheddar blend with our homemade DIY high temp cheddar cheese. And if you haven't seen that video, I suggest you go back in my videos and watch that. It will detail the process of how we make your own high temp cheese with a hard cheese at a fraction of the cost of store-bought high-temp cheeses. So, Father, if you would, go ahead and add the jalapenos. And this is 6 to 8 ounces of diced jalapenos and juice. And this is 1 pound of our DIY high temp cheddar cheese. And if you hear, that sounds just like the stuff that comes prepackaged. So Dad's going to mix this up real well, get it all incorporated, and then we'll finish up these sleeves of sausage. Okay, folks, we're out here at the smokehouse. It's the next day, and I want to show you real quick what we've done. You see that smoke rolling out of the smokehouse here. We got our sausage rolls up here on the middle grate, and there's about a half-inch or so gap in between all of them. That's so the smoke can get around. Right now I got my fire knocked way back because all I'm trying to do is just dry these guys out. And I'll come out here and check them in about 45 minutes, and I'll throw another log on and up the temperature a little bit. You can see they're starting to, this one didn't get filled up all the way, but you can see they're starting to put off some steam, so that means they're starting to dry out the collagen casings, and that's what you want. So I'll bring you guys back in a little bit, and I will show you the next step. All right, folks, it's been just under 3 hours. We're out here. We're going to go ahead and take a look and probe a couple of these sausages, and we'll see if any of them are getting close to being done. I am looking for an internal temperature of 150. Let's get my thermometer turned on. Of 155 degrees. Let's see. It's climbing. Okay, that one's going to be done. That one's going to be done. All right, we're going to try another one just to be safe. Let's grab that one there. That one, oh, that one's way down. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pull these out, and we will be back in just one moment. Okay, we have these sausage rolls sitting on an ice bath, and they're going to take about a 10 to 15 minute soak. And then after that, we'll get them dried off, and we'll put in the fridge for about 24 hours before we cut into them. These sausages have had a full 24 hours to rest and mellow out in the refrigerator. I think it's time to cut into one of them. This one I have marked with 2 of our hog rings, telling me that this is one of the jalapeno cheddar cheese ones. So we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to cut it in half. Sometimes those collagen casings are a little bit tough. Now get ready for this. Look at that. Look at that. That is beautiful. I'm going to set this off to the side, and I think we're going to sample. I like to cut mine in half sometimes. So, that is good. That is good. You know what it goes even better with? A piece of Munster cheese, a good German hot mustard, and a German root beer. Delicious. We have really good distribution of the cheese and jalapenos, the fat. We have really good protein extraction. That's what we want in a sausage. So, folks, I'm glad you went ahead and followed along with us on making your own summer sausages at home. And if you like this kind of content and want to learn more about homesteading and outdoor living and gardening and horticulture and orchard culture and sausage making, Give our channel a like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, thanks for watching.